Believe I'm live. Hi everyone, my name is Troy and welcome back to my Joshi journals. And today we're back with another live stream. And today we're going to be discussing Stardom Flashing Champions, which I believe it's been around what day is it today? I believe it's Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. So it's been 2 to 3 days since Stardom Flashing Champions. But how is everyone? By the way, you may have noticed that I do have a new setup for streaming. Um, so I do have this whole like camera thing to the left, so you guys can see me, and then I do have like the images on the upper right, and then I finally have made a solution to the live chat being on the screen. So in case anyone's here, please say hello. I believe it should work just fine. Let me just try something. Let me just type "Hey everyone" in the chat and see. It should update. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So that's me saying "Hey everyone." Hello everyone watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching at your own time. Welcome to the live stream. And I'm really excited for today's stream because we're going to be talking about Flashing Champions, in which there was so much that went down. All right, there was so much that went down, and I say let's just jump right into it. And I already have the first match shown on screen. So we got Natsupoi teaming up with Starlight Kid, who was recently banished from Oedo Tai, going up against Crazy Star and Suzu Suzuki and Mei Sera. All right, so right off the bat, um, we've seen that Starlight Kid hasn't really like fit in with a specific new faction yet or a specific group. But because she was like saved by Tam Nakano in the last show, she's sort of been hanging out with the Cosmic Angels for a while. And when she came out, she was completely matching Natsupoi's theme. You know, she was in yellow or more of a gold feel, golden white. And I think it was very reminiscent of her days in Stars. It was. I'm actually not sure if it's new gear or if it's the exact same gear that she wore back then, but it felt very nostalgic seeing her sport that attire again. You know, I missed seeing Face Starlight Kid, but no shade. I will really, I will really miss Dark Starlight Kid because I feel like purple was just her color. I feel like she fit that aesthetic so well that I think it's gonna suck not seeing her sport that same look possibly ever again because of Oedo Tai. But anyways, she looked amazing. Um, and this match opened the show in which I had no doubt that it was gonna be absolutely fantastic, right? Um, typical high speed, typical high speed tag team match. I expected this match to be nothing short of exciting because it gave me flashbacks to when Natsupoi and Saori Ano were tag champions and they defended against Crazy Star. And if you guys remember, that match was absolutely fantastic. So it was pretty much a sort of a repeat of that match, but instead of Saori Ano, we got to see Starlight Kid, in which I'm not sure if Starlight Kid and Natsupoi ever tagged in the past, but they did really well as a tag team. They did really well. Their tag moves, their chemistry was on point. Um, I don't know what else to say. I was really obsessed, and obviously, Mei and Suzu were able to keep up, knowing that they're equally as talented. And I feel like they still remain to be. Um, Let me just get this fan because it's getting hot. They still remain to be the golden standard when it comes to tag team wrestling in Stardom, in my opinion. Suzu Suzuki and Mei Sera are definitely the top tag team in Stardom, probably alongside Natsupoi and Saori Ano. But yeah, huge props to all four women in this match. It was an amazing tag team match. By the way, Natsupoi and Starlight Kid's team name is called Mutual Love, which is cute, you know, because I feel like these two girls were pretty much feuding about a year ago. and they used to be rivals over the high speed championship. So to see them in a tag team now, it's great to see. Yeah. But if you guys haven't seen it yet, I definitely recommend to watch their match from last year's 5-star Grand Prix. Ooh, from the opening night, that match was fantastic, fantastic. So it was great to see that they were tagging at for this match specifically. But yeah, this match ended in a time limit draw, which I was really surprised to see because it was the opening match, but at the same time, I guess it protects everyone. Starlight Kid just sort of newly evicted from a faction. She's sort of looking for her footing right now. But obviously, May and Suzu have respect for her, in which I believe uh, that we should have. Yeah, I believe we should have Starlight Kid, Suzu Suzuki, and Mei Sera in a faction. I believe they should start their own faction, and um, the vibe of it all should be something like the next generation or something, because they're like all three of them are extremely young. They're around my age, but they're wrestling with the top talent, um, to the caliber of top talent from all over the world. So I think that deserves to be recognized. So I think if they could have some sort of uh, faction name that's like Next Generation or Next Gen or uh, Prodigies or something like that. I'm not very creative with names, but I feel like the vibe that they should give off is that they're like the next generation of wrestlers. So I feel like that would fit them really well. My throat is stressing. Let me just. All right. Excuse me for that one really quickly. But yeah, amazing match. Time limit draw protects everyone, but I still feel like Starlight Kid should be in a faction with Mei and Suzu. Um, because I, as much as I like her in Cosmic Angels, I like that she's teaming with Natsupoi. I just don't see it as like a long term thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully we do get answers on where Starlight Kid goes soon. But other than that, really great opening match. Right. So let's jump right into the next one. There we go. Speaking of high speed, for the high speed championship, we got to see Saya Kamitani, the high speed champion, defend against Saya Ida. All right, no shade, you guys, but I was never really like the biggest supporter or like the biggest fan of Saya Ida. Like I've seen her in action a lot. I've seen a lot of her matches, but I never really like gravitated towards her. I never felt the urge to watch a Saya Ida match. Like if she wrestled, I'd be fine with it and I'd enjoy it, but other than that, I wouldn't commit myself to being a full time stan. Which I'm a full time stan of Saya Kamitani, as you guys may or may not know. But I will say this match was really good. This was really good. It might actually be one of Saya Ida's best matches of her career. I'm not familiar with her match catalog, so if you guys have any suggestions on really good Saya Ida matches, please let me know. But I feel like this was a really good showing for her, and probably my favorite showing of hers since I started watching Joshi. In typical Saya, I think she did what had to be done. She This is her first defense of the High Speed Championship since winning it back in All Star Grand Queendom just a month ago, and it was great. It was great. Um, and I just want to see her defend the title more. I feel like now that we're back in an era where Saya Kamitani is a singles champion again, I think it's very exciting because we get to see more from her as a singles competitor, let alone a high speed wrestler. So I feel like I've said this before already, but I'll say it again. I feel like there's so much potential for more um, Saya Kamitani High Speed Championship defenses in the future. So I hope it's a lengthy reign. Um, I'd love to see her go up against, say, Mei Sera, former champion. I'd love to see her defend against her Queen's Quest faction mate, maybe Azumi. Maybe even a run against Starlight Kid to run back their white belt championship match a few years ago. There's just so much endless potential, and I feel like Saya Ida was a really good first challenger, and this match definitely got me invested into seeing more of what Saya Ida can do. But yeah, props to both women. Um, and yeah, I'm not sure what's next for Saya Ida. I think this was a really good way to like showcase her stuff in a mid card like championship match. But yeah, I will say that it served its purpose of helping me understand what Saya Ida can do in a ring that I may or may not have seen before. So yeah, but also I want to say I really love Saya Kamitani's flash pin, which is a jumping Hurricane Rana into a roll up cover. I think she should do it more. But also, I just found out that the weekend of this pay per view that she will be retiring her Phoenix Splash, which really sucks because I think it's what really stood out to me as a fan in terms of like how Saya differentiates herself from other wrestlers. So it really sucks that we're never going to see the Phoenix Splash ever again, but hopefully one day a cute 450, a cute 450 would do, a 450 splash. Um but yeah, those are all my thoughts on the match. What do you guys think? Let me know. Um and yeah, hopefully more high-speed championship defenses for Saya to come in the near future. All right, so now let's get into the much bigger stakes, um, the higher stakes matchups. Actually, I should call them. Starting with this tag team match right here. Ooh, all right, let's talk about it. So stars, Mayu Iwatani and Hanan faced off against Ice Ribbons Tsukasa Fujimoto and Arisa Nakajima. If you guys don't remember, I did this watch along. Sometime, I actually don't remember if it was last year or sometime earlier this year, but I did a watch along for my YouTube series, and I watched Sari versus Arisa Nakajima for the Beyond the Sea Seedling Singles Championship, and that match was fantastic. And since then, I've just been obsessed with Arisa Nakajima. And this match, when I tell you this was announced and that I heard that Arisa was going to make her big return to stardom after 11 years of not competing, right before she retires in... I'm actually not sure when she retires, but it might be in July or August. So I was really hoping that she could wrestle a match in stardom before she eventually, leaves the wrestling industry forever. So this was a really big surprise for me. And I was really hoping that this could lead to Mayu Iwatani challenging Arisa Nakajima for her IWGP Women's Championship, but we didn't get that. Spoiler alert, we didn't get that, but I wish we did. But I'll get to that later on. But this match was fantastic. And I think I want to give my props to Hanan for taking the most offense in this match, I want to say. She definitely took all of the moves. She took all of the punches. She took all of the suplexes. She took all of the dives that Tsukasa and Arisa threw at her. And I know she's still a very young competitor. She just came off of a Cinderella tournament win. She just came off of a white belt championship match with Saori Ano. So I have to give my props for, just seeing Hanan just hang in there with three veterans in the wrestling business, in Arisa, Tsukasa, and Mayu Iwatani as her ally. Definitely my respect for her has grown since the first time I've seen her. But I feel like most of this match was just me being excited about Arisa Nakajima wrestling stardom and Tsukasa Fujimoto representing Ice Ribbon. Oh, and also, a fun fact that I noticed was when Tsukasa Fujimoto was making her entrance, you know how they usually have those assistants, like, how do you say, like, sit on the ropes to like help them enter the ring? Apparently, Tsukasa Fujimoto was accompanied by a bunch of girls from Ice Ribbon, which was really interesting to see because, as I mentioned in the past, Ice Ribbon and Stardom never really, meshed well together in terms of management. So it's good to see that they're sort of on good terms now, with showcasing some of their Ice Ribbon talent on Stardom shows, starting with Tsukasa Fujimoto. But that additional element of the Ice Ribbon Joshis accompanying her entering the ring was really great. But yeah, I think this is the Joshi Forbidden Door in a way. So yeah, really happy to see that partnership between Stardom and Ice Ribbon somehow starting. Hopefully, um, and yeah, I feel like this match just proved why we need to have more crossover matches. I mean, this match was fantastic. I loved seeing Tsukasa Fujimoto pull out the Japanese Ocean Cyclone Suplex. I believe that's what it's called. If you're not aware, I do have an interview with one of Ice Ribbon's wrestlers, Yappy. She's full Filipina, and when I spoke to her, she told me that Tsukasa Fujimoto was Manami Toyota's ace, and she was the only one that Manami Toyota willingly lent her finisher to. Like, she gave her permission for Tsukasa Fujimoto to use her signature Japanese Cyclone Ocean Suplex. So it was really cool seeing Tsukasa pull that off on Mayu Iwatani. Out of everyone available, she pulled it out on Mayu Iwatani, and then they did this whole combo with Arisa doing that double stomp. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, again, huge props to Hanan for taking that beating from two veterans in Joshi wrestling. Um, I just hope to see more, and it sucks that we can't see more of Arisa Nakajima because she's retiring. Um, but after the match, after Tsukasa Fujimoto took the pin over Hanan, uh, Mayu Iwatani was like all defeated and everything, but she said she spoke to Tsukasa and said, "I'd love to defend my title against you." In which Tsukasa Fujimoto said, "We can do so, but next time we're gonna wrestle, we want it to be on my turf, in my ring." And I think that's sort of, I want to say it's hinting at a future Mayu Iwatani versus Tsukasa Fujimoto singles match in an Ice Ribbon ring, which nothing's been confirmed so far, nothing's been publicly stated, but if that is the case, I will be very surprised to see how much more collaborative Stardom has been since Rossi Ogawa's exit. But hey, listen, I'm here for the vibes. I'm here to enjoy my Joshi wrestling, and if that means um, I'm getting to see Mayu Iwatani wrestle and defend her IWGP Women's Championship in an Ice Ribbon ring against Ice Ribbon's ace and Manami Toyota's ace in Tsukasa Fujimoto, then sign me up. Sign me up because I want to see that crossover happen. All right. But besides that, as I mentioned earlier, before Arisa Nakajima does retire, I believe that she deserves her own singles shot at the IWGP Women's Championship. Just saying, just saying. And I feel like a time limit draw or even a victory over Arisa Nakajima would like really cement Mayu Iwatani's IWGP Women's Championship run. Not that she needs to prove anything to anyone, but I just want to see the match happen, you guys. I just need to see Mayu Iwatani and Arisa Nakajima one-on-one after she goes through Tsukasa Fujimoto. But anyways, with that said, beautiful match, fantastic, entertaining. Congrats to Hanan for surviving the beatdown of two legends in Japanese women's wrestling. Um, but yeah, hopefully we get to see the IWGP Women's Championship be defended in locations outside of Stardom and events outside of Stardom. All right, so now let's talk about this next match, which came as a gag to me in terms of from start to finish, and from the start of its announcement and everything. We got to see the AEW TBS Championship be defended at a Stardom show, which I believe this is the first time an AE. No, actually, I don't know anything about AEW history, so don't quote me on this. But this is definitely the first time an the AEW TBS Championship was defended outside of AEW, let alone outside of the United States. I'm not too sure, but yeah, we got to see the TBS champion Willow Nightingale defend against the Twilight Chief Tam Nakano. In Okay, first off, it was a great match, but when this was announced, I said this on my socials that I don't believe that there's a universe where Tam Nakano loses this match clean to Willow Nightingale. And I said that this is no shade to Willow, this is no shade to what she does in the ring. She's great. But Tam Nakano survived Julia. Alright, she survived all of those slaps, she survived all of those headbutts, she survived all of those butterfly suplexes, she survived all of those stiff punches, and she dethroned Julia twice, right? So the thought of Willow Nightingale, which, again, no shade to her, but I just never really saw her as able to defeat Tam Nakano cleanly. All right, like this is coming from someone who's been watching Stardom, who's been watching Tam Nakano for a while, and have seen what she can do. Um, so I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm not full. I'm for this result because, of course, we do have Willow defending against Mercedes Monet at Double or Nothing, so it wouldn't make sense for her to drop the title or anything. But I was hoping for some kind of twist in this match. I was hoping for Willow to no, not Willow. I was hoping for Mercedes to come out, or at least through the Tron to like distract Willow, or at least distract Tom, to cause some sort of disqualification or some sort of tainted victory, just to make things interesting. But it was a purely competitive fight all throughout. Tom gave her her all. Of course, she couldn't go for much of her power moves, given that Willow was a much larger competitor, so it would be difficult on her end. But she got a really good tiger suplex in, and some other really good moves. But overall, it was Willow who landed her the Doctor Bomb. I believe that's what it's called. She landed it, and she got the victory over Tom with that move. Again, I wish we could have seen Tom kick out of it at least once, just to like sort of prove her resilience. Because again, this girl kicked out of the, oh my gosh, what do you call Julia's move again? Like the Northern Lights bomb, whatever that is. We've seen Tam Nakano kick out of Julia's moves, which are arguably more stiff, more painful than Willow Nightingale's gut wrench power bomb. No shade to her, but you know what I mean. You mean to tell me that the woman who survived Julia, the woman who survived Tora Natsuko, the woman who survived Megan Bain, lost to one gut wrench power bomb. You know what I mean? So I hope I'm making sense in that regard, but I understand why the match result is the way it is. I just hope to see more physicality. But regardless, this was a really good match. I feel like it definitely has good replay power, and I think this could open more eyes from the AEW audience to, get incentivized and watch Stardom to see what's going on, because there's an AEW championship match in Stardom. So I hope that served its purpose. But regardless, it was a great match. I know Tom has been calling out Mercedes, saying things about like, I haven't forgotten what you did to me at Wrestle Kingdom 17 when I lost to Kairi. You took my spotlight and everything. And she said that she really wanted to win this TBS Championship because she wanted to defend it against Mercedes at Double or Nothing, which I would have lived. Okay, if she beat Willow on this specific night and went on to, and she went on to Double or Nothing, one-on-one against Mercedes, I would have lived. I would have been so happy. But of course, that's a dream. So I hope this is teasing on the way to Forbidden Door. That's what I'm going to hope for. I hope this is a storyline that goes into AEW and New Japan's Forbidden Door, because allegedly there would be more involvement with Stardom talent. And yeah, if that's the case, I'm expecting Mercedes to defeat Willow at Double or Nothing and defend the title again against Tam Nakano at Forbidden Door. And I'm just gonna say, when that match does happen, AEW would better watch out, because they're gonna have a match of the year candidate when Mercedes and Tom go 1-on-1 at Forbidden Door. Just saying, just saying. All right, so I think that pretty much caps off my thoughts on that match. Let's move on to the main event. For the Wonder of Stardom Championship, we got to see Saori Ano defend against Ami Sourei. Okay, this was a good match. Okay, it was a good match. I saw Ami Sorei's fighting spirit. I saw that she wanted this really badly as the runner up of the Cinderella tournament, and she proved that she deserves to compete for major championships. But I don't know, you guys. I've never. How do I say it? I've never felt like I wanted to get behind Ami Sourei. Like, I feel like she's missing that one. What, I'm not sure what she's missing. She's missing something about her as a wrestler that I just can't pinpoint. But without it, I can't fully get behind her, if that makes sense. Cause she looks amazing. Her look is cool. She's got a really good in-ring arsenal. She's got cool moves, but something about her just doesn't make me feel very, I want to root for her. Um, and I think it didn't help that there wasn't a universe where I saw that Saudi Ano was gonna lose the title as well. Considering she just beat Hanan at All Star Grand Queendom, so she wouldn't. There was no way she's gonna lose the title at this random pay per view, let alone in the main event, right? But yeah, if anyone has any suggestions on really good Ami Sourei matches, please let me know. I'm really trying my best to get behind her, but it's just not working. All right, it's just really not. It's not clicking. It's not clicking. Like, she's a really nice. I can tell that she's a really nice person. I actually tweeted about her once, and then she liked my tweet, which is really nice of her. But I just can't fully get behind her. Like, if I hear that Ami Sourei is gonna have a match, I'll be like, okay, that's cute, good for her. Let me see what's gonna go on. But when you compare it to someone like, say, Saya Kamitani is gonna defend her high speed championship at the show, I'll get excited. All right, I want to tune into that. But when I hear about an Ami Sourei match, I'm more of just like, okay, let's see what she's got in store. You know what I mean? So if there are any Ami Sourei fans in the chat, I'm so sorry. Please do not take this the wrong way, but please do give me some suggestions on really good matches, because I want to see what other people see in her. All right, I want to see what's special about her. But I feel like this match was a really good reminder that she can go in the ring. She can go in the ring. It's just that maybe there are other wrestlers in Stardom who are more appealing to me as a fan. But yeah, regardless, it was a really great match. Again, I didn't see Saudi dropping the belt anytime soon. But after this match, Natsupoi went up on the apron, and Saudi said, Natsupoi, I know you want to face me for the white belt, but right now it's not the time. In which I said, so when is the right time? You know what I mean? When is the right time? Because I don't want them to drag this out too long. If they're gonna wait for Dream Queendom, oh my god! If they're gonna make us wait until Dream Queendom for us to get Ano Sauri versus Natsupoi, girl, no. I feel like we need to get it at least 2 to 3 months from now, because I feel like all the way until Dream Queendom, that would just be too long. That would be too long for me. All right. So that pretty much caps it off. That was Stardom Flashing Champions 2024. Absolutely amazing show. Got really fun surprises, especially with this match right here. Who knew that the AEW TBS Championship would be defended in Stardom? But other than that, I do have some exciting stuff planned in store for the channel, which you guys are going to be seeing soon. I did just upload a vlog from Manila Wrestling Federation's co-promoted show with Kyushu Puroresu, which is a uh, pro wrestling promotion based in Japan. Which Tajiri, if you're not familiar with Tajiri, then go check out SmackDown 2000, 2000 in the 2000s. Yeah, he did a lot of stuff with Tori Wilson. That's how I know him. If ever you guys are curious, that's how I know Tajiri. Um, and yeah, I had this whole vlog in which I talked about it. You guys can check it out. It's my latest video on my channel. But other than that, I do have some plans ready for the channel, so stay tuned. I also have something really exciting happening this weekend. So keep a lookout for my social medias, my social media pages. And speaking of that, before I do let you guys off, be sure to follow Joshi Journals on all of our social media handles at Joshi Journals. I'm mostly on YouTube and Twitter. So in case you guys need updates, you guys can check me out over there. Instagram sometimes when I'm promoting on my stories, sure. But other than that, Twitter is the place to go. All right. All right. I also don't know if I want to do a live stream for Marigold, or if I want to do my own like separate video discussing my thoughts on it. But other than that, that's it for me for now. Really great live stream. And I want to thank anyone who's tuning in, whether you're watching this live or if you're watching this at your own time. It says here on the side that there's been a total of 7 people who dropped by the chat live. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show. And if you're watching this at your own time, thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, not sure what the next pay-per-view is, but whatever it may be, I'll definitely try my best to do another live stream. But until then, stay safe. Thanks for watching and enjoy your Joshi wrestling. Bye.